Sure, I think let's kick it off. Hey, thanks everybody for joining. People will come in as closer to the 10-minute mark, but yeah, Anurag is joining us as the host for today's session. Anurag is a product consultant and a lawyer, he has some really cool stories. Whenever you get the time, probably in his session, we will get to know his whole story. He has done a bunch of really cool experiments, and he right now a product consultant at a legal firm. And we have Tushar as the main speaker with us. He is going to talk about how to build your own SaaS in just an hour. And he's chosen a really fun example of the kind of SaaS he's making. So yeah, and towards the very last 15 minutes, we will have the Q&A section. So over to Anurag, and yeah.
Thank you very much. So Tushar, as Harsha introduced, is a software engineer at Space Harpoon. He's a leading Web3 startup company, and he's also expert at creating beautiful AI-powered startups, as we all will be seeing today, which will be done in an hour, which will be in itself a great achievement. And the most important thing is that you people, as being participants of this session, would also learn that. And he also has to a solid 60,000 followers on YouTube. So definitely is somebody to learn from, and he has established his credibility in the community. I'm definitely myself looking forward to learn more from him and use that experience as my product journey as I go forward. Because I think I'm 100% sure there is some Web3 related roadmap and my product itself. So definitely a lot to learn from him. So over to you, Tushar. Best of luck.
Uh, Thank you guys for the wonderful intro. So yeah, I can start it on my own. I don't think I need to provide some more intro about myself. So basically, today we'll be getting some AI SaaS, a companionship application, you can say. So we will be creating a AI companionship application. We have seen basically we chat with ChatGPT and Claude, and we can give it some personality type, and the AI will talk to that personality that we will be giving it. So recently I built a similar project like this, so I'll showcase you. And so we'll be building a lighter version of that. So is my screen visible? This is called Gupshup AI, and I built it a couple of months ago. And this is as you can see, a AI chatting application. We have some, you can see some AI companions application, you can say. We have different personas, like from Himena from Chainsaw Man, if you have saw it, like David Goggins and a lot of them. So basically it's the same AI model with different kind of personality that I have given to it. So we'll be creating a smaller version of that using Next.js, and we'll be deploying it using Vercel, and everything will be for free. You don't have to pay for anything, because we'll be using a API called Cabli AI. It's a free API for AI models. It has different AI models and all sort of that. Okay, so how will you get access to that and how it's feel free? Basically, they are a European group. They are providing some AI models for free and some paid as well. Like I have a paid tier. You can start it for free as well. So they have a Discord. You can start it from their Discord. Just a sec. You can start it from this link. I'll drop that in the chat section as well. So this is the Discord, and you can start from there. So once you join their Discord server, it will ask you to verify it. And after verifying it, you can get the API key as well. So you will get this API key channel in the Discord, and just click on the create key function, that create key button, and you will get a API key. So you are free to use it, because I'll reset it after this session. So yeah, and after that key, just open this, open their documentation. I'll do this thing as well. So this is the documentation, and it's very easy to use because they have provided Swagger documentation. So yeah, first of all, get an overview of it, like how it works and how it's working. So I'll be faster. We'll be coding it using AI tools like GitHub Copilot and Code AI. So GitHub Copilot is free for VS Code users now. So yeah, that will be much easier for me to code that. So yeah, as you can see, it provides so many models to like work upon, like Claude, ChatGPT, and a lot of them. So just click on, like, for example, try it out and click on execute, and it will show you some API response. So yeah, this is a list of their model. As you can see, they provide so a lot of them, and some of them free or some of them paid. Like as you can see, this is not free, and some of them are free as well. So as you can see, it's free, and GPT-4o mini it's free, so we will be using free one as well. And for the paid tier, it's only 20 euros for lifetime, so it's around 1400 to 1500 Indian rupees if you want to try that. So we'll be choosing GPT-4o mini for this tutorial because it's free and it's faster as well. So how will we use it? So first of all, we can bootstrap a Next.js project. Like I created a folder, so we'll be getting a blank Next.js project. So why we are npx, okay. So why we are using Next.js for this? Because it's easier to deploy and easier to maintain. And we'll be using shared scene as well. We can focus on the UI part later. First we'll finish the functionality. Like the UI part is very easy to do with Claude. Like Claude is very good for designing. If you don't know Claude, like it's I guess everyone should know about that. So we can give it any, like I'll show you how we can get beautiful UI with this. Only a single or two prompts will be needed. Okay, so it's created. So let me give you a quick overview of that, how we'll be achieving that AI chatting thing. So we'll be using the chat completions endpoint of that API, and like as I showed you, it has so many models. So we'll be picking up any model which is free, obviously, and placing that in the request body. And this is a system prompt. If you don't know about system prompt, like it's a basic, like it's the main persona prompt we will be giving to AI, like how it will react to us. And after that, it will keep stacking on objects over that inside this message array. So like we'll basically have full chat history in this array. So if it's like this and you are a helper bot, and I'll send that, and it will give me a ChatGPT like response. So initially for you, it will ask you a authorization. So how will you authorize that? Click on, like, it will be like this, and just copy your API key from Discord, which you got from the API key channel from the Cably AI Discord, and just paste it here, authorize, and it will be done. Okay, or so yeah. And how will you stack that? So if I paste it here, and from user's perspective, we are sending it from user. Like there are only three available options on in this role variable: system, user, and assistant. So system is the initial prompt we will be giving to that. User our responses, and assistant will be the AI response which it will be giving to us. So as you can see, it gave to us as a assistant. So for example, help me fix my PC, which says invalidation of. So yeah, as you can see, it took our prompt and send it as a. Okay, so this way we will be keep on extending this array to have that communication alive and keep that memory. And now just clean up our next project so we can have that blank slate. Oops. Not localhost 3000. So yeah, we're using some shared and or we can skip on to that as well. So let's see. I don't think we need that for now. So inside that app folder, I'll create a API folder to create a API for that. So let's see how we can generate two personalities. So for two personalities, I'll create two different endpoints, so it will be easier for me to manage that. We can create a generalized generalized endpoint as well for all the personas, but for that we have to create a database. So we are skipping database for now because it will take a lot of time to set up that. So for now I'll create a chat endpoint, and inside that chat endpoint I'll create a, for let's say female, and let's say male. We have two personas for now, and route.ts in male file and route.ts in female file. And now after that we'll create some chat UI for that. So for that I'll not be writing it on my like manually. I'll create it from like using AI. So create a chat UI, message input, and assistant and user with the assistant coming in left and message in right side. This is the example response of like if we are giving any prompt to the any AI, like it will apply to any AI, like any AI chatbot. So we should always give the file name so that it can understand like how we are coding that. So for example, this is our example message array, so it will understand better. So you see how it's like very easy for me to create such UI with that. So let's see what it created. By the way, this is Code AI if you are curious about it. We can do the similar thing with GitHub Copilot as well. And make sure to always read the code which you have generated with AI. So you will get to know like how it's generated and how you can make it better as well. So as you can see, it created a simple chat UI with it. Let me just close that. And yeah, so for first array, we will be closing that. And let's just read input. We have input message, new message. Okay, it just basically updated in the array itself, so we don't need that. And September. Okay, we don't need that as well. And messages dot input. Okay, and enter. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So first of all, we can finish the female one as well, because it's easier to like give a prompt for the female as well. We'll be coming to male as well, like we have to just change few things from here and there, like, and it will get our male persona as well. So by persona I mean like how the AI will act like as a person. So you can give any celebrity persona and things like that. Export. So first of all, let's extract the body. You can save that for now.
Hey, Tushar,
Yeah.
like what the extension that you're using? People were interested in.
It's called Cody AI. Basically, it's paid. It's
Okay.
similar to GitHub Copilots, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, and request. So we can extract the request from post as well. Next request.json. So we have the body now, and from the body we can like directly we can do it from here. MSG message object. We'll be sending it from the front end, and response await fetch. So how I'll be communicating with the Cably. So if I send it a demo request to that, basically it will give a curl object, and like you can convert it with the postman as well. I am doing it manually here because everyone can see it easily. So it's the request URL. It's a post request. How I know it's a post request? Because it's written here. So method post and body json.stringify. So it will be the body, like note here. For now we can skip that. And let's just do that to message. And there's one thing left, headers. Authorization space beer. Let's just create a env file for that. AI key oops, there we go. process.env.ai key response assigned but not used. Okay, await response.json. Like basically I'm awaiting for that response to generate. Return next response.json result response.json. So yeah, and now I have that API. So to make it simpler, what we have to do, like we have to take all of the message history from the front end. Like we will be sending it all message history from the front end and constructing it here fully and send that full constructed message array here. So like we have a new messages at the end of it. So I'll be giving that prompt to AI. So like, yeah, in the all chat itself. So it will know. So to select this file, at current link, if I write here, so it will select the current file. So I'll be saving the array of messages fully here and also the new message. So the new will be coming at the last of the array. Send it fully. Yeah. So it will fetch the context of this file and the above context as well. As you can see, let me see. I guess it's misunderstood something. Messages and messages from that. New user message, messages. The last message in the array will be new user message. Here is the file. Now I don't think. In the backend, I'll get two objects. One is, or let's say we can simplify it as well. We can send the full constructed array from the front end itself. Yeah, it's right. Let's say just copy that. And we don't have to use it. Let's make it simple. So yeah, we are constructing the message array in the front end and sending it to backend. So yeah, it's way simpler than that. We can do it without it. Okay, on the front end part, it gave us to the front end code as well. For the front end, send the full structured array to backend and then the response, how we are getting the response in the format result response.json. Response and log it here for now. Like this way you can leverage any AI for your workflow. I generally use it for my personal projects as well. So what I do for here, input message and it's constructing and full message API. Yeah, that's what I need. Handle message send and just function about the return. So if you don't understand it, I'll tell you how it generated and what it did. So basically we are storing a message array and input message element, and it created a handle send message which will check if the message is empty or not, and it will create a new message and it will update the messages in the in the front end, and then it will empty the input message and then it will send to the endpoint we made. We'll give a persona will now, just wait for it. Okay, and it will like send the full message array, and it will like the backend will receive the message array, and it will process this array with that information we sent. And for now we are just logging it, so let's see. So how we will give that persona to AI, you can say. So for now we are sending it that. Okay, yeah, so it's a array. We'll spread it, and for the first element, okay, and role system content. So it's the format we are following it from the start. So here we will give the persona. So let's see, I'll type it and let's see how I am doing it. Like it's basically a way to tell the AI a story of someone we are actually want to talk to. So give it like you are, like we have to make the AI to think of from the perspective of the character. So you are a who lives in Bangalore, for example, who loves spicy food, and you loves to and you like to travel a lot with your friends and family. You have a like we can give a background story as well, like for example, BTech degree in computer science, which is very rare. I'm just kidding. So and you complete your studies few years back. Like we can keep on extending that. I have written like almost 500 to 600 characters for a persona as well in my GovShop AI. So it depends on you how deep and how like perfect character you want. So the longer you will give it, the better it will respond. Years back, and you love to talk to me in a very caring tone. So that will be enough. So for first element always will be loaded, and then it will keep on spreading that. So I guess it will log. It should log. So hi. The text is not visible. I will fix the design. Okay, parse result and choices. So as you can see, here there how you are doing. It's ended and the AI is not updated. Okay. So oopsie doopsie. Copy object. I'll copy the object. No, the UI text after is not loading in my array. It's the result of parsed object. I want you to add the content in the right way. So yeah, I just told the AI to like what's my response is and what content I want to add it in my messages constructed array. So after a response, yep, it's it and yeah. Handle message sent. So it should add that. Let me just fix that color as well. It's not visible to me. Text black. Yep. Oopsie daisy. Text black. Yep. Hi. And it's pending. And there you go. This color is not visible to me as well. Let's say black for both. And if it's assistant, then BG blue. This one. Yeah. This seems black with 20% opacity. Yeah, this seems fine. So let's see how it's doing. It's nice. Send. It's pending. So as you can see, it continued our conversation because we are sending a full conversation to the backend. So as you can see, like you can keep on extending this conversation. Yeah, yep. So what about you? So as you can see how easy it is to create something like that. So you can like extend the system prompt as well. So what it's doing, basically I'll repeat that flow. First, we are constructing a message array in the format we have in the Cably AI. Second, after constructing the messages array, like we are typing it. First of all, we are creating a new message and we are spreading that in our updated array and updating the message array. And after that, we are emptying the input. And after emptying the input, we are sending our backend request with that updated message array. And then the backend is receiving that full message array and sending that to Cably AI with our system prompt. Like system prompt is the main persona of the AI we are talking, and then it's sending to like our full response. And after that, we are getting response and result choices dot message and what's it's about. So like we are getting result object like in this format, like result dot choices dot 0 and then messages. So that's why it's looking like this. And after that, we are extending our message array with the message we have received from the AI. And yeah, and we are mapping over the message array which we are updating. And after mapping, like it's updating on the UI as well. So we can add some loadings and keep on extending that. Like it's endless. We can keep on adding some features. And yeah, I just saw 2 days ago Instagram added this AI chatting feature as well, so you can check that out if you're interested about that. So yeah, how we will be choosing and male and female between that. So we can add a button in this UI. Let's add a to switch in male and call the male API. When it's male, call the it's on. Also create like we can create that. Let's see how it will do that. It's a button switch to male female. This look cool. Above the messages there. And it will just give us a function. And this use date object. I guess this will be enough. Switch to male, switch to female. Yeah, it's working, but or API call. Yeah, AI type. So in the same chat, we can switch between male and female. So it will be a funny chat experience. So for the mail route, I'll copy the whole thing and just change its story. Let's say you are a 28 years old male gym addict guy who loves to eat healthy. You have a YouTube channel on which you upload vlog related content. You like to socialize a lot and talk to new and have spaces. So let's say we are on mail. Hi, like we can give it a name as well. So we are 28 year old male named let's say Rohit, and you're named let's say Ria. Okay, so hi Rohit, we are on mail. So it called female API. So let's see what's the issue. AI type. Oh, switch to male API. Okay, it's on reverse. Default is female and okay. Hi Rohit. So as you can see, it called male API. What do you like to do in free time? So as you can see, it generated a response from the system prompt we gave it. So that's the main use of system prompt. We can keep on extending that, keep on adding some things, keep on adding its background stories, and like we can add authentication in it. Like we can add PayPal, we can add PhonePe. Like there are unlimited things we can do in this SaaS. So this is just a basic idea we can have it. So that's pretty much about it for now. Like you can ask me a question if you have any.
Great. So that was really nice of you, Tushar. And the kind of knowledge that we gained today is really awesome. And there are a lot of questions that already have been answered about. Well, for example, people were curious, did you use Next.js anywhere in the development process? That was first.
So
And
yeah.
yeah, please go ahead and answer that
Okay.
first.
So why we are using Next.js? So like this the basic question I get a lot of time as well. So basically it's easy to 1 second. Yeah, it's very easy to maintain our code in Next.js. So like it's very easy to deploy it on Vercel as well. So we don't have to depend on separate backend and front end, have a different CI/CD pipelines, and we can
Mhm.
have like very fast like what is a system like very fast UI. We as Next.js optimizes our front end very quickly,
Mhm.
and it's best for like basic applications. You can say um, for a chat application like this, Next.js is best because React sometimes give rendering issues, and we can have client side and server side component, which helps us to have speed optimization in our hand as well. So yeah.
Agree. And the next question was from Raman, and he asked, did you write whole code in one file? There are more files. So what is your procedure? Do you write whole code in one file only?
For now, my full code is in one file. So we don't have to like get separate file for this much code. Like it's
Yeah, right.
only 123 lines of code, so I don't think we need some separate file for that.
Sure, sure. I think that would answer Raman's question. You can, drop by Raman if you want to add something more to the question, if you had something particular to ask. Meanwhile, I will move on to the next question. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are taking inputs from user and passing that to Chat GPT model, and the model response you are adding in front end,
Yep,
right? Do you
that's
want
correct.
to take it? That's correct, right?
Yep.
So that's very much it, Ashish. So you basically doing that only. You guessed it correctly. And one question that I had, this is rather more not operational from side, rather from curiosity side. How does Sonam Gupta respond in your Gupshup model? And what
Uh,
is like?
okay, so you can, like, I can show it right away.
Sure.
Am I logged into
Yeah.
admin? Yep, I am logged into admin.
Back to the demo.
Okay, so let me
Yeah.
say hi.
Message is okay.
Basically, I trained it for Hindi, so yeah, it will respond in Hindi
Yeah, sure,
always.
sure. We are actually looking at that only. I had a curiosity. You can ask her basic questions, then we'll ask her, "Are you really bewafa ya tum bewafa ho?" I want to.
So yeah, it's really interesting. Basically,
Yes,
I
yes.
generated its from ChatGPT itself.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pulling data from ChatGPT only, right?
Not only for ChatGPT, like I have different models from it.
All right, all right. Also, okay, so many of them. Awesome. So maybe this kind of model will help you understand what kind of differentiations each one of has when it is dealing with one kind of persona. But really interesting. When not only Sonam Gupta, I think we can one use case of it that I think right now is in an office you can have a lot of different type of colleagues. So in one team we can drop this kind of persona for each team member and they can interact with each other in
Yep,
their capacity. So that's
yep.
really interesting. I'm thinking out loud right now. If anybody has any suggestion or they want to have any particular question in mind, feel free to ask. If somebody wants to try David Goggins and see how it is different from Sonam Gupta, you can share that request as well because a lot of people had initially showed interest in David Goggins prompt as well.
If I say nothing, then like basically I made it for motivating peeps. So let's see.
Mhm. So I want to see what kind of motivation talk he will give. Okay, okay.
So it will always
Seriously.
respond with something. So yeah,
Uh,
wait.
tell him that I am really impressed. Do you tell him that he does he want to do 4 year of computer engineering from an Indian college and see if his motivation is maintained.
Okay. So I'll ask it to it.
Yeah. Sir, are you
So
motivated enough to get him 4 year
how
engineer degree? Mm.
to
Welcome, welcome, Mr. Diamond. इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज का एग्जाम निकाल लीजिए पहले वही बहुत है हमारे लिए. Meanwhile, jokes apart, one thing that I wanted to add a lot of value to the readers here or the participants, you can tell them in basic language of what we just have accomplished here and how they can start their journey in doing the same
so okay,
in very simple
just
language.
okay. So from the starting, I can summarize it. So what we did and
Mhm.
how you can achieve the same and scale it up to like a really big thing as well.
Mhm.
So we have built a AI companion application. So why you want to build a AI companion application if you are thinking about that? So few days back, I saw a leading AI companion application, C.ai, if you know about it. Like they've posted a job for about 300K a year for a front end dev. So that's how powerful it is, and they are earning this much. So that's why they are able to provide this much salary to their employees. So from there, I got the idea to get it on my own in an Indian version. So that's
Mhm.
why I created a Gupshup AI. So basically, you can see it has a Indian characters as well. and I have around 2000 users on it and some around 30 to 40 paid users. I have
Mm,
membership on it as well, so as you can see, it's very cheap.
mhm.
And daily pass
That's
as
it.
well. If you want to try that, it has a daily pass. So yeah,
That's great.
and
When a lot of please,
and
please.
using the same ideology, I built it in front of you just now. I'm using the same API and same methodology in my Gupshup AI as well, and I'm earning from it as well. So you can build it using the same way and keep on sharing it and keep on extend it and add it to your personal features as well. So
Nice. So,
yeah,
so
and one thing I want to like point out, and you can use different model for different kind of conversation, and I found some, like I tried around 120 models to have different conversations, like
mm,
filter for Hindi, filter for like stories, and you can say English and Hindi and other languages as well. So
mhm.
Quen 2 supports almost all Indian languages, so you can talk to in any Indian language as well, like Tamil, Telugu,
Oh,
Marathi, anywhere.
awesome. Awesome. That's nice.
So different model, different experience. That's what I wanted to try.
Great, great. One request, I want you to make a Jackie Shroff model as well. And when I say talk Jackie Shroff, I'm talking about that Pulse Folio version of Jackie Shroff.
Sure, sure, I'll add that.
Definitely. So meanwhile, guys, this was the presentation from Tushar, and I think it was a really great value add. I mean, as somebody who is into product, I was able to see a lot of use cases, and that was my prime objective of taking out the information myself. Similarly, you can do that. And besides that, the tech part of it was really interesting. It was very fastly done, and he used the uh, Copilot very interestingly. So that was also a tacit way to learn how to we use and prompt the Copilot for optimizing our code better. So that's something that I want to add to it. And if you have any questions or any other doubts, if you can drop in your messages or if you can ask questions, the floor is open. And once it is done, we'll end the meeting. If anybody has
Hey
any questions?
Tushar,
Yeah,
Hi.
sure.
hey, what AI tool were you using?
I was using Cody AI as a Claude inside the, like Cody AI inside VS Code, and I was using Claude model inside Cody AI to like have a
Could
chat
you spell
application.
it?
CLAUDE, Claude model,
Not
and
Claude.
Cody AI. I'll share you the link in the chats. Just wait a second.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
And how did you integrate payments method in your Gupshup AI? What kinds of things you were using?
Like it was very typical, to be honest, because I was
Mhm.
providing unfiltered models as well in my Gupshup AI. So
Mhm.
only PayPal and PhonePe allowed it. So yeah, that's why I added them.
Okay, got it.
And by the way, I shared the Code AI link in the chat.
Okay, let me save it for future reference.
And someone was
And
asking,
how did you scale? Could you elaborate on that a bit?
sorry, on
Because
what?
you might have multiple users, right? So
Oh,
what scalability techniques did you use, and where did you host it in general?
basically, I hosted on Virtual and $20 per month plan I have on my account.
Okay.
And for the AI part, as I said, it's 20 euros for lifetime, so it's not recurring to me.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. PhonePe doesn't ask for any side, again, side transaction or taxes. Like it's very less, so yeah, I don't have to pay taxes on that.
Okay, got it.
Fine, that's great. So I will quickly read the questions now, final questions which are asked on the chat message. Is okay, and then we will wrap up the call.
Sure,
So,
sure.
there somebody's asking for your GitHub link as well. So if you
Uh,
can share that.
GitHub link for Gupshup AI.
Oh, for what? Ashish BK? For what GitHub link you're asking for? If you may, add that bit later on. Meanwhile, I'll rush to the next question. Which AI tool are you using in VS Code? I think we all got the answer to that, right? If you want to revisit it.
I shared the link as well, so you can check it that.
Yeah. Awesome. So could AI is the answer. And what's the AI tool are you using, or is it different IDE? When I think the same answer to that question is there, only much faster than my crush's response. Okay. Definitely, when we try our best, when we are brothers, and so brothers are always first. So why not create a room and let these agents talk among themselves by feeding their output as an input to another? Okay,
Yeah, we can do
otherwise,
that.
yes, this is a good idea actually. Then the use case which I'm using for the team, I think if we can start doing that, so they can play games among each other, that would be very interesting. Fights will definitely occur after 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So that would be interesting conversation to see. Now, next question: where did you host this? Important question. And can you share the API or model you are using?
So I hosted it on Vercel as it's an XDS, so it's easier for me to host on Vercel. Like basically, just select the repo on my Vercel and just click on deploy. That's it.
Okay, I hope that answers Raman's question. Ashish BK's answer we got. He's using PayPal and PhonePe only. PhonePe, right?
Yep.
Right. So there are two integrated payment methods right now. And can you share a Notion doc with all the resources used in the session?
Uh,
Prajala is asking.
we don't need Notion as there are only two links. I'll share it in the chat as well. And this
Mm-hmm.
one for Discord and one for the docs. That's it.
Awesome. I think that should suffice it. And we should use server sent events for this. Prajwal is asking, I think.
Uh, like we can structure it better with server side action. Yeah, I agree. And because I get it for like a normal API call because it's simpler for me to code.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, what were the major challenges that you faced while you were, binding it up?
Sorry.
While you were binding this Gupshup AI project, what were
Mhm.
the major challenges that you faced throughout the journey?
My major problem was first to like have unfiltered models. Like it was very hard for
Okay.
me to find those models which are unfiltered. I didn't getting the much freedom in ChatGPT API. So first was that, and
Mm.
second was like having a payment gateway that allows my SaaS to have international payments. So I couldn't find a international payment gateway. So basically, I embedded PayPal for international and PhonePe for domestic payments. So yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Awesome. So where did you learn to integrate the payment? Like any YouTube resources or sources, please share.
Not any such resources. I just asked the support team and they guided me through.
Okay, so you ask them only, right?
Yep.
So the more you ask, the more you learn. That's the answer for Ashish. So can you share some other use cases besides chat apps? Nice question.
Okay, we can have unlimited users for this kind of API. We can have, like, for example, we build a complex dashboard and we can have a system prompt giving to a chatbot at how to use our dashboard and how a new user can navigate through our app. So basically, user can add how I can add particular section in our website. So yeah, that kind of thing we can get as well.
So that would be the last question. Any other question anybody wants to jump in and add it, or you still can post it? Okay, some latecomers are also there. So you said that AI models you are using has no filtration, like no guardrails.
Nope.
Okay, this is my type of question. This will be a very different topic show. This is my area of expertise, so it's a very different story altogether. Meanwhile, thank you, Prajwal. It was a great session by Tushar, definitely. And as Harsh is lightly saying, thanks for everyone for the amazing session. And he's a 24 grad, and the rest of the story is there. You can read it. I'm pretty confused. What do you want to, or what you don't want to do? I know some amount of web dev. Can you please guide me? What shall I learn? Should be my way forward to transition into AI in Web3? So he basically wants a roadmap for career, Mr. Harsh, right?
So you can connect with me later after the session so I can answer you better. I'll drop my
Definitely.
Twitter.
Sure, sure. That would be a great help for Harsh and anybody else who wants to get in touch with the show.
So that's my username. We can connect it.
I hope everybody enjoyed the session. So keep learning from Tech Carrier. The links are above YouTube and WhatsApp, and we'll see you in next meeting. Okay, bye everyone. Bye Tushar. Harsh, if
Thank
you
you for
have to
having
add
me.
anything.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, Tushar. Thanks, Raj. I think this was
Thank
much
you.
better hosted than I host. So I learned from you also. Thanks for taking the time.
My
Um,
pleasure.
thanks everybody for joining. Recording will be out on YouTube in 1 week. Have a great weekend and see you next week, hopefully.
All right. Okay. Bye everyone. Bye Tushar. Bye Akash.
Yeah, bye.